We're joined today by Steve Georgie of Allendale Incorporated. So, Steve, as we talk about 2022, give me some things that you're most excited about in the new year.
You know, you've got to be excited about almost every market at this point. You know, when you look at what corn has done, what beans have done, and really what we have, when you look at it from a fundamental standpoint, you know, over 300 million carry out for beans, yet beans just rallied $1.40. That's pretty incredible. South America's weather, you're getting a little bit of rain, but still primary focus, right? But the other side of it is, and what you have to be ready for and what we're currently seeing is, what are we doing with inflation at this point? Is this inflation going to continue? You look at that pickup truck that you just bought a couple years ago, you look back and it's worth more now than it was then. And so it's crazy. It's a depreciating asset that is appreciating. And so we're seeing that kind of spill over, and you're seeing that into commodities, you're seeing it in everything else. The big thing moving into next year is, does that continue? Does it continue? Where is the brakes going to come in? How are we going to pump those brakes? But right now, it is that. And it's the focus on inflation, it's the focus on pricing, and it's the demand side of things. And so we need to continue looking for that here as we go into the new year.
You know, a few years ago, we saw commodities kind of become a safe haven for money and investors. Do we think that's a possibility this year, given the inflationary pressure we're seeing?
I do. I think it's a rush to tangible goods. Buy anything. Look at the price of boats. Look at the price of a camper, of your car, to whatever it is, right? Everything has inflated, and we've seen that, the price of food. And so commodities have been that rush. The big question, though, Clinton, is does it continue? How much more do we have, right? Do you have this big pool of money that's running into a stock market that has made an incredible run over the last 4 years? And now what? So is that money flow finally coming out of stocks and going into tangibles? And it feels like it is right now. We'll have to see what happens, at least for now, as the monetary policy as we have it. And we look at that and we say, okay, we continue to print money, but yet we haven't seen these rates move yet. And so what happens when we do? The Fed has already tipped their hat saying, hey, guess what? We're going to move these rates a few times this next year, but we haven't done it yet. And I think that'll be the true key. What do we do moving into that end of the first quarter, if the Fed is going to move that rate or not?
All right, it'll be something we definitely keep an eye on. Steve, thank you so much for being here and starting us off on the new year. We'll be back with more Ag Day. Come on.
To talk to Steve Georgie one-on-one, call Allendale Incorporated at 800-262-7538 or head online to allendale-inc.com.